Everyone, and welcome to our YouTube channel for Midday Market Update. My name is Glenn Tompkins, Senior Instructor here at VectorVest. Always glad to be here. Glad to have you here. And, this is still a relatively new live stream, but it's been taken off like a bird. More and more people are jumping on board with this, and now let's go see. Good. I can see both people here on YouTube. Where are you chatting in from? Let me know you can hear me loud and clear and where you're chatting in from. And I can see on Facebook what's going on, so I can see both chats. I can monitor both chats at the same time. And man, if you haven't already, and I like this, if you haven't already, share this link with people in your social circle. Let's get more new eyeballs to these presentations, these live streams, as we possibly can. That helps us to grow our channel. But man, we get to give some great information to a lot of people out there who may not know who we are, but it's up to you to get them here, up to you to get them here. So I've got people here from Colorado. Thank you, Barry. From Belgium, Dimka, Florida, Isan, VV Nation, Interpol, thank you for being here. Robert is here in North Carolina. You in our neck of the woods. North Carolina is a big place. There's a lot of North Carolina all over the place. So I'm just curious to know. From the Desert Center, California, Jim, glad to have you here. I'm looking for my people here on Facebook. Let's go see. Zion is here. I like that. Good morning to you, Zion. In New Orleans. I like me some New Orleans. Keeman is here from Hong Kong. Muhammad's here from Houston. Jay is from Long Island. How you doing? Forget about it. I'm a New Yorker as well. And how about those Giants? And for college football, I'm a Michigan fan. How about go blue, baby? Woo! Beating Ohio State for the first time in like 11,000 years. And there we go. Go blue. Where is Tenerife, Hubert? From Texas, a good AM. Thank you for that, Larry. All right, so Athens, Georgia from Facebook, and that's Cassandra, Athens, Georgia. So we got people from all around the globe. Glad to have you here. A lot of things going on in the market. We're going to get into that. If you're brand new to the channel, by all means, please hit the subscribe button. All right. And if you like the content, hit the like button. Hit the like button. And again, share this link now. Share this link now. Get more people in here as best we can. All right. So with that, let's talk about trading for charity. Patrick's going to be doing that. I think this is his last week for this. He's been doing a great job. He's passionate about raising money for people, for children who are less fortunate. And it looks like we will be doing a video buying some toys for these kids. We want you to see where your donations went. And we're going to actually go buy these toys, and we're going to give them out to the Vines, Children's Home, and for Toys for Tots. So we're going to do both, and we're going to put the videos out there showing you, again, where your donations went. Thank you so much, but don't forget, we got 2 more days of this. We got tomorrow at 11:30 and Wednesday at 11:30. Please join him. And if you subscribe to the channel during his live stream, you automatically donate. And of course, like the people that are in the room who are giving the super chats, thank you so much for that. We can still take those as well. But the biggest role is for us to get more subscribers. As you subscribe to the channel, you will automatically donate. And if you subscribe to the channel while I'm doing this live stream, by all means, you'll see an emote come up. And it is our way of saying thank you for subscribing to the channel. All right. So with all of that, big news is the new variant that's coming out of South Africa. It's affecting the market. It's now got its Greek name, Omicron. All right, so they went from the Delta variant and now to the Omicron variant. And nonetheless, I think that a lot of people overreacted on Friday, all right? And it just drove the market down. If you haven't already seen the video that I put out about Market Crash 2021 again, by all means, please check out that video on our YouTube channel. Even though you're here throughout our live streams, between Patrick and I, we put a lot of content out there on this YouTube channel, especially if you're brand new to the channel and you subscribe to the channel, check out those videos. All right, so Tenerife is a Canary Island, part of Spain. Wow, look at that. We got somebody from Spain here. Woo-wee. We got people from all over the place. All right, so let's get into what's going on in the market. Let me go put on to the VectorVest screen. This is it. Now, not everybody in here is a VectorVest subscriber. Totally understand that. As a YouTube subscriber to our channel, we're giving you access to the VectorVest system, 99 cents for 30 days. All right, that's all the selling I'm going to do today. 99 cents for 30 days. Take advantage of it. Go to www.vectorvest.com/YouTube, YT for YouTube. You can take advantage of everything that I can show you here for 99 cents. For 99 cents. Omicron is the new Delta. Well, Lou, it's a different variant. Delta is a variant, and Omicron is another new variant. So, and I think a lot more work, a lot more testing, a lot more information needs to be gathered about it to show the effect, the efficacy of how strong it is. And again, it's just a lot of talk right now. It's a lot of talk. Oh my God, Glenn, the variant is Omicron, not Omicron, only one N. Mark, I'm going to put you in timeout. This is what I got for you, Mark. Sigh. All right, COVID is never going away. Just like the next flu, people need to stop making a big deal about it in the market. Well, Muhammad, it's a big deal because people get worried about what's going on. And you know something? The COVID virus, whether you believe that it's a big thing or not for me to judge. But it's bad. It's a bad thing, and as a bad thing, it affects the market adversely. Whether it's with travel, whether it's with the vaccines that are being put out to combat it, it's real, and it is a real problem. And to say that people need to stop making a big deal of it is kind of short-sighted, in my opinion. It's kind of short-sighted. So what I teach you here is I'll take what the market gives you more so than trying to invest emotionally. That's my take on it. That is my take on it, and I am never going to judge anybody in regards to that. So let's look at what's going on in the market. We look at our advanced decliners. Where's that at? Where am I at? All right, I look at the advanced decliners. Look at that. The market is pulled back today. The advancers out of the 9,000 stocks that we track is 45% of stocks going up, where 45% of the decliners are stocks going down. It's dead even for the day, but I can look at the advanced decline on the over 9,000 stocks that we track, and I can see that from the market open at 9:30 this morning, a lot more stocks were going down. Now, the market overall, if you look at the Dow, the NASDAQ, the S&P, and our VectorVest composite, they're all up today after a nice little rebound. But when I show you the graph of what's going on, you're going to see that the market is down, and from the perspective of the VectorVest composite, is lower than it was from the open this morning, and it's a telling sign. I still think that the market has some downside. Doesn't mean that it's going to crash. It does have some downside. It's got some room for correction, for a pullback, however you want to look at it. And I'm going to give you some of those levels to take a look at this particular point in time. So I want you to keep that in mind. In the video about the market crash that I did on Friday was all about staying focused, and that's what we need to do. We need to stay focused, keep your head off the swivel, stay focused on what you're doing, and let the market come to you. So this is what's going on in the market today. All of the major indices are up. Let's do this. Let's go and see what stocks are making news, and I'm going to bring that up for you real quick. All right, so what's making the market now move the way it is? After the Omicron came up, what is it? I always call it Freaky Friday. What's the Friday? Black Friday. Black Friday wasn't as big as what people thought was going to happen. A few stores closed on Friday. Remember, the tradition is to stay open going into Friday for Black Friday, and Black Friday wasn't as strong as people thought it would be. And Cyber Monday spending, look at that. Cyber Monday spending, where did that go? Hold on, I got to keep this up. We're fighting over the mouse. Cyber Monday spending expected to slow as shoppers see fewer deals. And that's important. You know, I'm not understanding why the deals, well, I can understand why the fewer deals are out there because inflation is so high. Prices are so high, and maybe companies are not putting out the deals like they used to. So that's very interesting. Moving over to this, investors cling to hope as Omicron spreads. Shares rebound, though. All right, shares rebound after Friday's big down day. And again, I still think that COVID as a whole is going to continue to affect the market. And someone said already in here that COVID's not going away. I'm a big fan of that too. I don't think it's going away. It's going to be just like the flu. Where we get a flu shot every year. It's not going to go away, but I think what's going to be pressing is the different variants that come out. And if the vaccines are able to keep up with those variants, just, with the flu, same kind of deal. You get the flu A, flu B, back and forth. I think we're going to be in for the same thing when it comes down to COVID. Now, talking about the Omicron, drug stocks are moving. Vaccine stocks are on the rise. Novavax working on a new COVID vaccine to combat Omicron, and that's going to be huge. All of the vaccines that are out there are going to now start to develop new ways of trying to overcome the Omicron. Joe on Facebook says governments are going to use COVID as a way to hold us hostage permanently. I don't like politics. I'm not a fan of politics. I'm not a fan of politics at all. But a lot of times politics can affect what goes on in the market. I don't think that it's going to be a way of trying to keep us hostage. And you know something? Everybody's got a choice whether or not to take the vaccine. I'm going to tell you that I'm fully vaccinated. I am fully vaccinated because I still feel, and I've had too many people hit home on how serious this is. Too many people that I've known personally have died from COVID. So keeping that on a personal level, folks, this is, and Scott, again, I'm not going there. I'm so not going there. I still think that it's an issue. All right. So along with Novavax, Moderna, CEO Stephanie Bancel could take weeks for more clarity on Omicron COVID variant. And that's where I think the crux of what's going on needs to be placed. What is this? How strong is it? And can it be overcome? All right. Now, another side of this, electrical vehicle charging market could be worth as much as $1 trillion. That's a lot, especially with the infrastructure bill in place so that we can create a smaller carbon footprint. Electric vehicles are to the forefront, along with roads, bridges, and tunnels, the internet, the whole 9 yards for the infrastructure bill. This is not a lot of people talk about the charging market. Well, with more electric cars being produced, they need to be charged. And this could be a big, big industry. Next thing, talking about this whole space, every auto startup wants to be the next Tesla. Why these two may have a real shot, and this is looking at both Rivian and Lucid. Now, interesting about Rivian. Rivian is brand new. It's got the backing of Ford, and it's got the backing of Amazon. So there's a lot of money behind it. But when it comes down to Rivian, where the rubber meets the road is if they start to sell cars. That's it. Lucid is already doing it. Is Rivian doing it yet? And here's a big kicker for Rivian. Ford Rivian canceled the joint EV project. That's going to be huge, and that could definitely push Rivian down. Rivian down. So I have a question for you guys out there. How many of you are trading in the EV space right now? Type of 1. If you're not trading in the EV space right now, type of 2. I want to get a feel of what's going on out there. All right, I want to know how many of you are trading in the EV space, whether it's one of these cars or any of the other cars to include Tesla, XPeng, Li, any of those other companies. How many of you are actually trading in the EV space right now? I still think that there's a lot of money to be made in it, but it is mercurial. Up one day, down one day, up one day, down one day. So it is more of a trade for me at this particular point in time as it starts to get a good stranglehold in the market. I'm looking at EV ETFs, but I don't own any. That's a good place to be, Sarah. Cars is an interesting one to be in, to look at the whole space. ICLN looks at the whole clean energy space. So there's a couple of ETFs that are out there. I see a lot of ones. I see some twos, but a lot more people are trading in the EV space. Vaughn on Facebook is, Frank on Facebook is not, Mike on Facebook is not, but you can see on YouTube there's a lot of people who are trading in the EV space. Keep your eyes on Rivian. I like that it came out with all of the backing, but the big thing is, are they selling cars? And that's going to be the really big thing. And the Ford Rivian split could play havoc on Rivian. Just be careful. Just be careful playing Rivian. I like Lucid. I'm still more on the Lucid side right now. What else is moving? I got another something that's moving, cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency now. I'm going to ask another question. Going to ask another, let me move this down. How many of you are playing cryptos? I own a couple of cryptos right now. We did a couple of crypto videos on the YouTube channel. If you haven't checked them out, please do check them out. If you're trading crypto, type a me. If you're not trading crypto, type a no. If you're trading crypto, type a me. If you're not trading crypto, type a no. Very interested. Crypto could be, and you know a lot of it. I'm going to do another video this week talking about the metaverse, and I think I'm going to do a video of the battle of the blockchains. Look for that this week. The battle of the blockchains, and talk a little bit about more what the blockchains are. Ethereum is the biggest leader in the blockchain space, but there's companies like Solana and Cardano, which are creeping up on Ethereum. I don't think they will overtake Ethereum, but the whole blockchain space, to me, is like a bank when you're looking at crypto. You know, it goes through the blockchain to go out to people. So if you want to learn more about the blockchain space and know which blockchains are really rocking and rolling or worth it, keep your eye out for that video on the channel this week. It's probably going to be a midday parlay. And I think I'm going to call it the battle of the blockchain. So keep your eyes out for that. Metaverse real estate seems like the next best thing, next big thing. I'm thinking that metaverse, and part of that blockchain video is going to talk about the metaverse and how that could play an extensive role when it comes down to crypto. All right, 268 and only 48 likes. Thank you for that, Cameron. If you like what you see right now so far, hit the like button, especially if it's more informational and having you use it for practical application. Hit the like button, because my job here on Midday Market is to bring some of the things to light that you can take advantage of. All right, so those are my main stories making news today. All right, and let's get back into the VectorVest software, and let's go take a look. So from here, we already talked about what was on the homepage. Before we go into the indices, let's use some of the information on the homepage to start looking for stocks to get into. And we're going to go to the top sectors. Where's the money going today? Where's the money going today right from the homepage? A lot of money going into instruments. Let's go see what's moving in that space. I'm going to right-click on that sector, and I'm going to view the stocks in the business sector. Let's go bring those up. I'm going to bring those over. So in the sector instruments, that's where money is going today. What stocks are moving the most in that top 5 sector? Now, there's 25 stocks in here. I'm only looking at the top 20. I am going to sort by percentage price change to see which stocks in the space are moving up the most. There's CGNX, Teradyne, Trans, and MTD, Metler. So these are the top 4 moving in that sector today. Let's right-click. Let's view the stock graph. And you know me, because it's midday market, we're going to look at this on the quad thingy. Because I'm looking at the top 4 stocks, I go to the top left-hand corner right here where you see the 4 boxes. I'm going to click on it and going to put all 4 of them up. Let's take a look at that. What happened to the markets? Todd, you didn't know what happened on Friday? The market got slammed on Friday because of the new variant in COVID, and the market's rebounding today. But we're going to talk a little bit more about that in a second. Now, let's go put all of these on intraday 5-minute bars, current day. And this is a feature that we don't always talk about, but I am making it a more prominent feature on midday market updates, because I want you to see out of that sector what's moving, and you look at the top few, which ones are interesting. Look at Teradyne. Let me scrunch all of this down. Look at Teradyne. And I am looking at 5-minute bars. That's an excellent looking stock. It jumped up this morning, pulled back, hit a low, look at the 3-8 cross, and look since the 3-8 cross, look at the stock go. I like that. 12 cents higher than the high. Intraday, nicely moving up. CGNX, the 3 and 8 have been solid all morning long, stalling right now at a level of resistance, sitting at the high. I'm not feeling the volume as much, but I got some volume. But look at price action. Look at price action. TRNS, nice move today. What's it doing? It's moving a little bit sideways. I'm not feeling it right now. MTD, a little bit more volatile in the move, up and down, and now up again. I really like Teradyne. I really like CGNX today, coming out of one of the top sectors in the software. A quick way to see what you can take advantage of intraday right now. But these two Keep them on your radar. I put in orders 12 cents higher than the high on the both of them. 12 cents higher than the high on the both of them. All right, so that was a quick view, a quick look at what we could look at from the VectorVest software right on the home page, looking at the fastest sectors. Now, let's go take a look at the graphs. Let's go to the market, go to the graphs at the top. Here's the market. Here's all of the major indices on intraday 5-minute bars. The VectorVest composite. All right, the VectorVest composite gapped up today. All right, hold on. The VectorVest composite jumped up today, gapped up, faded the gap, but look at that rebound going now. Look at that rebound going now, and all of the other major indices are already running up. There's the Dow moving higher, there's the S&P moving higher, and there's the IXIC. It looks like tech stocks are really starting to move. Spiders are moving, Dow is moving, and look at the move. Now, everyone will sit here and say, well, wait a minute, all the other indices are moving up. Why did the VectorVest composite go down as much as it did? That's a great question. Understand that the VectorVest composite tracks the movement of over 9,000 stocks. The S&P tracks the movement of 500 stocks. The IXXC tracks about 4,300 stocks, but it's very tech heavy. And the Dow, of course, only tracks 30 stocks. That is why you can see a big movement, a big difference in the move between the VectorVest composite and all of the major indices. We feel that the composite, because it tracks as many stocks as it does, gives a better representation of the broad market move. And that's why there's a difference between the two. Now, let me take this a step further. Let's look at just the VectorVest composite on an end-of-day graph. All right, here's a trend line coming from the low, hammer right there. Here's a trend line. The market was moving up nicely. A couple of wedges happened, and look at that. The market broke out of two different wedges to the downside. Do I still think that the market has downside? Absolutely. And I've got a near-term level on the VectorVest composite sitting at the price of $66.94. But look at the rebound today. Open candle, it's a closed, not an open candle, it's a closed candle, which means the price currently is lower than the open. The price opened today at $68.27. And the price right now is at $68.25, 2 cents lower than where the market opened. That's a bearish kind of feel, but look at the big wick at the bottom of this candle. There's a lot of buying pressure coming in today's activity, but we're still inside Friday's big down candle. Keep that in mind. Let's see if the market's got the wherewithal today to start moving higher and creep out of the shadow of Friday's big bearish down day. But looking at our indicators, we can let you know when the market is starting to look for a bottom after this pullback here. We have an MTI when it gets to a level, and this is cast on a scale between 0 and 2. When the MTI gets below or at the level of 0.60, the market's starting to look for a bottom. Not there yet. When the buy to sell ratio, which looks at the overall health of the market, gets to a value of 0.20, that's when the market's looking for a bottom. We're not at those levels yet, so the market still does have some downside. But today's rebound, look at that. We're watching it as it's happening. We now have a little bit of a doji action on the candle for today's VectorVest composite. So there is a rebound. We saw that on this graph where we saw all of the major indices. And now look at that. We're getting back to the level on the VectorVest composite where we're starting to rise. Now is the time where you're thinking about maybe today, is it a dead cat bounce? Don't know, but I am letting you know that the market still does have some downside capability. Just be careful. All right, so that's looking at what's going on in the market and all of the major indices. All right, let's go to the viewers tab. And I always like to look from an indices perspective, what's going on with the VIX. The VIX is down today. On Friday, the VIX was up. There was a lot of fear in the market because of the Omicron variant. Today, because of the big rebound, the VIX is down. But look at the price of the VIX. It's still above the value of 20, which tells me that there's still a lot of volatility in the market right now. But people are being less fearful today and jumping into the market. The Russell 2000 are the lower dollar stocks trading a little higher today. People are getting into risk-on stocks. So let's go take this a step further. We looked at all of the other graphs. We now know what's going on as a conglomerate of overall market activity today. We can feel comfortable being in the market, but still be careful. Big news, we looked at the stocks that were in the big news today. COVID stocks are moving. The charging stocks for EVs are moving. Crypto is moving. So I put a lot of stocks in here to keep your eyes on. BioNTech and Moderna, both for the vaccine. Pfizer, HUT for the crypto side, looking at the blockchains or looking at the miners. Mara, Riot in here from a car perspective, looking at Lucid, and look at Rivian. I still like the backing behind it, especially now with just Amazon, but be careful with Rivian as a brand new stock. I don't know how bad the split up between the two of them is going to be. I'm still going to go over to Cameron. This is big, folks. Come on, let's go see how many likes we got. 71 likes. If you are liking what you're seeing today, folks, hit the like button. And again, if you haven't already shared this video, shared this this link, please do. Thank you for that, Michael. Great job today, Glenn. You're the man. I appreciate that. It ain't about me. It's about sharing the information that this software has to offer. If you're brand new, there we go. If you're brand new to the channel, folks, hit the subscribe button. All right, hit the subscribe button. Let me know that from a practical application, this is something that you can use. So as I look at this, all right, out of the stocks that made the news, which stocks are moving up? How about Moderna? Bigly up, about 10.5%. And then EVGO on the charging side, not doing nearly as good. Well, Blink is down, ChargePoint is down. All three of them that I have in here from a charging perspective are down today. Let's go look at the graphs of all of these real quick. Moderna, watch the closed candle on it. What else? Rivian, again, still new, went up nicely, pulled back, found a level of support sitting at 106.53, moving up, watch the 3 and the 8. Again, for me, Rivian has got to start to sell cars. There's HUT mining. When crypto moves, the miners start to move. So watch HUT. I'm waiting for the 3 and the 8. Notice that when the 3 and the 8 cross, look at that move. Look at that move. Look at that move. This could be setting up as a good play right now. Let's go see if 3 and the 8 can cross on an end-of-day basis. Wow. BioNTech 3-8 cross already, pulled back today. Nice gapped up for 2 days in a row. A little bit of give back today. Be careful if you own it. Long term, if you own it, keep it. It's not telling you to get out of it just quite yet. But if you're not in it yet, I would wait. Lucid. I like Lucid. Lucid for me is very... I think that this could really give Tesla a run for the money, especially having a range of 500 miles, and it has been tested. At what levels does the VIX concern you? 25? No. Bob, for me, the VIX normally gives a level of concern at the value of 20. The higher it gets above 20, the more volatility is inclusive in the market. Right now, it was at 20-something. It went down to 22, so it's pulled back a little bit, but I'm still concerned because it's over the value of 20. Who's behind the scenes working with you, Glenn? Today, it's Clay. Joey's on vacation. He deserves it. He needed it. But I've got Clay in the background working for me. Mara, another one setting up with the 3 and the 8 as far as crypto. I'm looking at both of these, especially HUT. I like HUT a lot for the miners. It's been doing very well compared to his Mara and Riot. So HUT, I like it. I see the 3/8s getting ready to cross a little quicker, and it's cheaper. So I like that play. Riot, look at that, a little bit of consolidation right now. Closed candle, a little bit of consolidation. HUT looks better. ChargePoint. So looking at the charging stations for electric cars, look at that pullback. So I think that the infrastructure bill is going to pay off nicely for these two, but right now I'd be careful because the 3 and the 8 are bearish on that one. Pfizer, I still think it's got, the sky is the limit because it's the only FDA-approved vaccine. It's the only vaccine that's that way. Put Glenn in timeout, please, Clay. What are you putting me in? How have you put me in timeout? How are we going to do this? Mark, did you think that all the way through? Did you think that all the way through? How are you going to put me in timeout? What are we going to do? Sigh, and more sigh. All right, so be careful with Pfizer. I still think that it's got good upside. Notice again, look at the 3/8. Look at the stock's price running since the 3/8 cross. All right, and the pill. The Pfizer's also got the pill out there. I'm wondering how many people would consider taking the pill over a shot. Type a 1 in the room. And if you're okay with just doing the shot, type a 2 in the room. How many of you would actually take the pill? How many of you? I don't know the effectivity. Oh, that's a good Glenism. We got to add that there on the pill. All right, so, or would you rather just take the shot? I'm just curious. Great job today, Glenn. Don't miss any of the broadcast Glenn does because he is a real fisher of stocks. Thank you for that, Lou. I appreciate that. That's awesome. I love VV Nation. I love you guys in VV Nation. And if you're not a part of VV Nation, hit the subscribe button now. Hit the subscribe button to the channel and become a part of VV Nation. Pill is for treatment, I believe. All right, thank you for that, Roy. 3, none of the above. I hear you, Mark. And again, I'm all about choice. I'm all about choice, folks. All right, I'm definitely all about choice. All right, let's go. Blink. Blink is sort of like ChargePoint moving down, EVGO. I'm thinking it's interesting how all of these charging station stocks are going down. Somebody's got to wake up at some point in time and say all these cars have to be charged, right? All of them. So keep that in mind. All right. So let's go down to the earnings for the week. The only stock that I saw that was of note to talk about was Lee. Lee beat earnings. Lee Auto, also in the electric space, beat earnings nicely up today. That was the only real stock. We're coming to the end of earnings season. You know, January is going to be hot and active when Q4 gets reported in, the first quarter. So not a lot of stocks, but I think overall, if you look at FactSet data, more stocks have met or exceeded their earnings expectations, which is helping to keep the market go higher and stay in a bullish mode. We are still in a bull market because earnings is the engine that drives the stocks market higher. All right, fastest sector. So now we looked at one of the fastest sectors. On the homepage, we look at the top 5 sectors. Now I'm going to take this a step further. I'm going to go to the unit search tool, and I'm going to show you something. Let's go to Delta Search's sectors. So we looked at the top 5 sectors right on the homepage. Let's go see the top, where Delta Search, no, Delta Search's sectors. There we go. I'm going to look at what sectors have gone up the most over the last 10 trading days. Let's go put on the top 10. What sectors have gone up the most over the last 10 trading days? So let's go see. Sorted by RT. Wow. Look at them. They're all in the negative. This gives me more of a feel that the market has bearish tendencies. Did everybody understand what I just did right there? Type a 1 in the room if you understood what you saw right here. Type a 2 if you did not understand. Because this is powerful information which puts you on track for what's really going on in the market compared to what everybody's telling you what's going on in the market. I am not fanatical about any stock, and I'm not going to tell you to go out and buy any stock. I will give you some insight on what I like about a stock. But folks, what you see right here is a telling tale that no one's got the ability to really tell you the way that I just showed you. So again, I went to see the sectors that have moved up the most over the last 10 days by relative timing. Which sectors have been moving up by short-term price trend? Over the last 10 days, they're all negative. That, my friends, is a telling sign. And if you think that was worth being here at this live stream today, hit the like button. And better yet, hit the subscribe button. This is information that you're not going to get anyplace else, folks. And this puts the meat on the bone as to what's really going on in the market right now, folks. Holy smokes, look at that. Folks, that's the top movers in sectors over the last 10 days right now. That's a telling story right there. All right, so no matter what everybody on YouTube is telling you, no matter what the news is telling you, VectorVest is doing the work for you. You reap the rewards. This is a telling sign. All right, let's go back to my viewers. Let's move on. I'm not going to show you any sectors right now. If they're all moving down, I'm not going to try to force anything on you. All right, I'm just not going to do it. All right, wow, we went up to 103 likes just like that, folks. Woo-wee. That was well worth it. And you know something? I couldn't have scripted that better. That happened during midday live as it happened to see that kind of information. I couldn't have scripted that better, and it shows the validity behind what this system is all about. 99 cents gets you access to this kind of analysis for 30 days, folks. If you haven't already done it, Please take advantage of that. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please do. Please do. I try very hard to bring these things to the forefront. All right, industry ETFs. Let's go see from an industry perspective, where's money going today? All right, so we looked at what sectors were doing over the last 10 days. Let's talk about today. Where is the money going today? Well, I've got an industry ETFs, and this is going to be a growing list. I try to cover everything that I can as far as what we can do for industry. So I'm going to sort this by percentage price change. Where's the money going today? Oil. All right, there's U.S. oil, Brent oil moving up. The Spider Trust SBI, XLK is up, and copper is up. So I'm going to look at the top four. Let's go look at the top four. This is where money is going today. Let's go take a look at the top four. Right click, view the stock graph, and let's take a look at them. Now, oil is up today. Look at the pullback on it, though. Am I comfortable pulling the trigger on it today? No. Why? This is a closed candle. That means the price, there's the open, and here's where we are right now. We're lower than the open. So you can see in here that oil is moving, but this is, again, a telling sign. I would wait on this, especially looking at an end-of-day basis. The 3 is below the 8 from a short-term trend. I'm not feeling getting into this right now. Probably the same thing with BNO. They're moving today. But overall, am I ready to jump on board? Not yet. Why is oil prices going down? We opened up some of our reserves, all right? And I think that's going to affect oil because now we're going to put a little bit more supply out there. The demand is not going to change, but we're going to put a little bit more supply to accommodate the demand. And I got my whole thinking, my own philosophy about the reserves being let out and all of that kind of stuff, blah, 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 blah. But again, I'm not bringing my opinion into this for this perspective. I'm just looking at what the market is giving me and taking advantage of what's going on. Brazil PBR is on a wedge. Glenn, that is worth a truffle. I'm not doing a truffle shiggy. I ain't doing that. I ain't doing no truffle shuffle on here. Now, I do it on Patrick to help out Patrick. I'm not doing truffle shuffle here. Nope. Why, Glenn, why are you not dressed in blue today? It all depends on what I'm doing. Blue is normally for the videos that we're doing in on a playlist like the series on stock market for investors. That's when I wear blue. I normally on Trending Thursday or Midday Market, I will use either maroon or my lighter red. So depending on what shirt you see me wearing will detail what kind of video I'm doing. Very interesting. That is an astute observation, VP. I like that. But it all depends on the type of video. And it helps to accentuate this type of video to associate it with the shirt. With Friday's news, expected global demand for oil is down. Interesting, it is. Why is that, David? Because a lot of people are cutting back on the people who are flying out of South Africa into places. So if oil demand goes down, but the supply goes up, that should bring the price of oil down, right, David? That should also help to bring the price of oil down. But a lot less travel what happened over this weekend, which is one of the heaviest travel weekends of the year, but travel was down because there was a lot of sanctions put on South Africa. All right, so I'm with you. Speaking of blue, hail to the victors. That's right. Woo! Go blue, baby. Go blue. If you missed it earlier, Michigan kicked the butt of Ohio State. So, yes. And my wife is a Ohio State fan, and I'm a Michigan fan. So, potential lockdown of EU, I hear that. And then, again, the EU is already thinking about it. The EU, because somebody came in from Africa into Israel, from Malawi. That's the country I went to on a mission trip for my church. And it was interesting that Malawi's name was brought up and was brought into Israel, but EU has got it too. So a lot of countries are locking down travel from South Africa. What else is on the move today? XLK, look at that. The technology, look at that. 3.8 dipped on Friday with the big move, but look at the rebound. The 3.8 went back up. I like it. I like that trade. I cannot lie. I'd like to see it take out that high. I like that trade, and I cannot lie. I'd like to see it take out that high. Yeah. That was worth it, too. If you didn't like what I just did, hit a 1. I don't want to hear if you didn't like it. If you like what I just did, because I like to have fun. You know I like to have a little bit of fun. If you like what I just did, hit the 1. Your audio is coming in broken up. Think, make decisions. Anais blockchain, Ashcoin. You know, again, I am going to put out another video. I have not seen a lot of news on Ashcoin yet in regards to a blockchain. There is one that I am going to bring to fruition in the video on the Battle of the Blockchains. Maybe I have to take a look at Anais if it's out there for you. We need fun, says Ninja. Absolutely. It's all about the fun. It's all about the fun. VV Producer Live says 3. Really? For you, VV Producer Live, I'm going to give you that. All right. Who is that? I'm wondering if that's Joey in the background. He's being a hater. I'm wondering. All right. Or is that Clay being a hater? I don't know. All right. And the last one, FCX Copper. Copper took a little bit of a dive. Little bit of, watch the 3 and the 8 on it as well. But this is where money is going today. This is where the money is going today. And we looked at the top 4. Now, you know what I've liked? I've liked the idea of giving you some speculative plays to keep your eyes on. Now, I looked at the speculative plays from last week, and I tested them to this week. They didn't do so good. Remember, as a speculative play, listen to the name, speculative. These are trades to get in and get out of at the right time. All right, these are not trades I really want you to hold long term, but let's take a look. And I've got a lot of different criteria that I look at to give you these stocks, whether it's a 3-8 cross, whether it's a Stan Heller EMA cross, whether it's a David Paul bow tie situation. I've gone through a lot of different applications to give you some of these, prospective stocks to look at from a speculative perspective. And keep in mind, they are speculative. All right, so let's take a look at these. These are ones that I just want you to keep on your radar. Time them. Get in and out at the right times. Why did I like this one? In regards, I bet you it's the 3 and the 8. It didn't come up. It's taking a little time to come up. There it is. It was the 3-8 cross. There it is. On NXRP, be careful, though. Watch the pullback on it. Remember, I told you it's a speculative play. I like the 3-8 cross on big volume. Keep your eyes on that. I like this. Transportation ship is starting to move again. You know when that happens? Some of these stocks rock and roll. GOGL, look at that 3-8 cross. Look at that breakthrough resistance of $9.27. Nicely moving higher. Very little wick at the top. Above average volume. RT about to cross above 1. Keep your eye on this stock. Keep your eye on this stock. Ninja says, I made money only one day UVXY on Friday per your recommendation. I made about $4,000 on UVXY on Friday and jumped out of it today. First thing market opened up, I jumped out of UVXY first thing. So I like that. You play it as it happens. Stocks like this, you play it as it happens. Make sure you have tight stops. Don't be afraid to take profit on these stocks, and you do not want these to be going big against you. These are speculative plays. For everybody in the room, if you understand what a speculative play is, type a 1 in the room. If you understand what a speculative play in the room, type a 1 in the room, because I don't want anybody to take these trades and try to hold them long term and get hurt. These are trades, and they are very risky trades, but they could present opportunities for the more aggressive person to make some money on these trades, folks. All right, so Stuart on Facebook is telling me one. I appreciate that. These are my picks for you to keep your eyes on and possibly make a quick buck on these as you hold on to your core holdings. All right, as you hold on, let's see. Somebody says Bitcoin. Again, I told you I'm going to do another Bitcoin video this week, all right, but specifically on the blockchain. All right, let's go down to the next one, Star Bulkers. I actually picked up some of this. I love this setup on above average volume. I love this setup. I got my order in for that. I just waiting for it to hit. I got a buy stop order about 5 cents higher than the high. I like this setup so far. Look at that 3-8 cross, and again, on above average volume. Keep your eyes on that. RCMT, 3, I don't know why that looked like that, but the stock is steadily moving higher off of this level of support. The 3 and 8 have to be positive, and they are. I'm not really fond of the volume, but I am playing price action on this. Keep your eye on that. REE, look at that setup coming off a level of support. 3-8 cross. Volume is starting to pick up a little bit. Nice open candle, a little wick. Thank you for the subscription, Surfer. Thank you for the subscription to the channel. I'm watching this. This is another stock to keep on your radar. Look at that consolidation. Folks, this could prove, and you know something, this is on a 3-month graph. This has got upside to the price of about $8.54. You could double your money almost on this. I like this. Keep your eyes on that. Keep your eyes on it. Again, speculative play. Wow. OXBR, look at that on a 3-month graph, hitting a new high. Stop that the 3-month level of resistance. Put this on a 6-month graph. Wow, look at this. This has got some great upside. How about getting in when the 3-8 crossed? Look at that move. 3 and the 8 never went down. I love looking at the 3-8 cross to give you great opportunities. And Todd, let's do this. You like it from that perspective? Let's go to my graph layouts, and I'm going to go, where is it? EMA squeeze. There you go, Todd. Let's go look at it. Look at that. Look at that. The EMA squeeze was back here. The EMA squeeze was back here. Then it got above the longer-term moving average, which was, what, the 50? I like this. The 5, 8, 13, and then the 50. 5, 8, 13. I like that. I got that from Stan Heller. Look at that. And when it finally got above the long term, look at that run, and the stock is still running. And what else is in here? I'm not feeling the 3-8 squeeze just quite yet on this, but it's also in that transportation ship. Let's go over to my other one, my trade. The 3 and the 8, look at that. Coming off support, 3 and 8 about to cross. Also taking out possibly the downtrend. I like that as well. That whole space is starting to move, folks. Keep your eyes on it. HBP, retail building products, again, goes along with infrastructure. Look at the move on it. 3 and the 8 just crossed back up. I'd like to see it take out the high, and I'd really like to have volume come up. So those are my speculative plays for you. Those are my speculative. A lot of them are sell recommendations because you now know. I asked you in the room that you understood what a speculative play was. Keep your eyes on that. EMA squeeze, VectorVest has great video on it. Yes, we do, Drew. Maybe the 3-8 crossover video and other searches to use on it. You know something? I just run the search just to give you some insight. Let me clear that. Just to give you some insight, when I go to Unisearch, I've got some YouTube searches set up for, and I'm looking at like cheap 3-8 cross. There's David Paul's bow tie. I can run the search. Most overshorted stocks. Stan Heller's EMA squeeze. I can run those searches. I've created those searches to help you from this perspective of speculative searches. All right. So next thing, today's big movers. What stocks are moving because of the big rebound today? Here's my few biggest mover stocks today. And, you know, a stock is trading up over 100%. Do you still get into it? I'm not going to chase the stock, but if it gives me an opportunity to make some money, I will take it as I can. I'm going to highlight the top 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and let's go put it on the fourth thingy. All of these stocks up nicely. IOBT up 17, NRXP up 18, ADGI up 73, and of course, Crystal Biotech up over 100%. So let's go view the stock graph. Let's put it on the quad thingy. All right, stop. Oh, oops. Let's go put it on the quad thingy. Let's go take a look and see if any of these stocks that have moved up today, if they can give us an opportunity to get in. Oh, man. Oh, they're all coming up. Good. Let's go from end of day, intraday, 5-minute bars, current day. Intraday, 5-minute bars, current day. Intraday, 5-minute bars, current day. And intraday, 5-minute bars, current day. All right, this is them. Now, KRS1, you heard me say that. KRS1, that ain't KRS1, but it gapped up. And this is why I don't just jump on the stock because it's up and I don't chase it. I would be putting in an order about 12 cents higher than the high. The stock gapped up and it's been consolidating for the majority of the day. Now, this is interesting in that it's been up over 100% and now consolidating is not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. It would be different if it gapped up and then pulled back hard. You know, the bulls are still in it. A lot of this is probably fear of missing out, but people are still holding it. It gapped up bigly. Look at the big gap in the morning, but it consolidated. It didn't fall, and it didn't really go back up. I'm not taking this as a trade today. It's not giving me an opportunity to do so. ADGI came out the gate hot and heavy, pulled back a little bit of consolidation. The 3 and the 8 are still bullish right now. IOBT, same kind of scenario. Up nicely out of the gate, ran up some more. I'm not feeling the volume on this. And NRXP made its money early this morning, but since then has pulled back. So even though these stocks are up the niceliest, David, you like that word? The niceliest. I'm not thinking that I would play any of these today. Let's go see. Steven says, when you say a stock is speculative, I notice that means you are highly likely to lose money. Why do that? I trade stocks that are highly likely to make money. Why would a person do that? All right, so think about this, Stephen. A speculative stock is a little bit more risky, a little bit more aggressive, right? Think about it from that perspective. With the risk, you have a bigger chance of reward. But you're right, Stephen, with the risk, you have a bigger chance of losing. So from a speculative perspective, and there's a lot of people out there, Stephen, that are speculative traders, and they do it the right way where they time the trade, they get in, they make their money and get out. For you, on the other side, you're more so looking for stocks to hold a longer term, possibly, that have a high likelihood of going up. I'm going to tell you that both sides of the fence have an opportunity to make money. Does that make sense, Stephen? So it's not like speculative stocks are for everybody, because they're not. Which is why I asked the question as well. Who did you say? Dave says, what did you say, Dave? Dave said something, and Jay said, I'm pushing it. What is he talking about? I don't know. Anyway, so all of these stocks that went up nicely today, big movers today, I'm not feeling any of them to get into right now. All right. So, Stephen, did I answer your question? All right. And, for everybody in the room, type a 1 if that explanation to Stephen's question, if the response was something that you understood. Type a 1. And if you think that Stephen is right on pace and that I was strongly all wrong, type a 2. All right. I still believe that there's a space for everybody. Whether you're a longer-term investor, a swing trader, a day trader, or anything along the lines, VectorVest and the market can accommodate everybody. All right, so Stephen, again, I hope I answered your question. What are the best infrastructure stocks? My answer to that, Invisible Man, is to do this. If you are a subscriber to the software, you go down to our Watchlist viewer, go down to Special Watchlist. Guess what? I can take infrastructure stocks. We got them. And there should be about 40 of them. And based upon how you want to invest in the market, Invisible Man will answer your question. If you're a longer-term player of stocks, sort this list of 40 stocks by relative value. Find the stocks that have the best upside potential. If you're looking for stocks that you can play that pay a good dividend, go sort this by relative safety. All right? And then if you're looking for the more aggressive side, look at RT. Find the infrastructure stocks that are going up the fastest. All right? And if the longer term, why not look at the infrastructure stocks that have the best earnings growth? So, Invisible Man, does that answer your question? That way, I don't have to lock you into one stock. All right. And I think that, again, depending on how you invest in the market, you can use this watch list of infrastructure stocks to hone in on what best fits for you. All right. Does that make sense to everybody out there? Type a 1. If what I just said didn't make sense to you, type a 2. And I think that's a great question, Invisible Man. That's a great question. And I think that the flexibility behind the VectorVest software gives you the capability to find exactly what you want in whatever space you're wanting to look at. All right, I like that. Invisible Man says you are the best. Nah, it's a good question, and my job is just to answer it for you, folks. Dell asked on Facebook, says typed in the 1. I'm trying to look at my Facebook folks too. You guys are a lot more quiet than my YouTube people. All right, again, my job here on Midday Market is to bring to light a lot of things that you may not be privy to for whatever the reasons. All right, and I want to always put these live streams in your hands for practical application. All right, whether it's the news, whether it's the indices, whether it's all of this for Midday Market is all about practical application. What's going on today and what can I do to make money in the market? And I think that the biggest takeaway today was that 10-day delta on sectors and showing that they were all negative over the last 2 weeks, folks. That was worth the price of admission to give you better insight of what's going on in the market. How many likes we got? 115. Excellent. I like that. Today we got us a good amount of likes. I hope that you guys have had an opportunity to share this link today. Let these people know out there that are not in VV Nation what's going on, man. And this kind of insight is invaluable, and especially if you're trading in the market. I see what you mean. I find day trading quality stocks more profitable for me. My favorite day trade stock is Tesla because I seem to know how it moves. And you know something? That's fine. That's absolutely fine. And there's a lot of people that find and hone in the stocks that they feel more comfortable for a day trade. For me, that would be Apple. And these are stocks that I tend to know about, and I'm more comfortable with that. I like that thingy across the bottom. It's the average of the entries above, absolutely like cycle trade. So I'm looking at all 40 stocks. I can make a decision. Look at this. This is a good quality basket of stocks. A good upside potential, good safety, and all moving up. Absolutely. No matter what watch list I look at. So let's do this. I want to take that for what we got. Let's go look at the today's big movers. All right? And this is why, you be careful with them. Look at it. Look at that. You see that cycle trade? These are real speculative stocks. They're moving up bigly today. That makes sense. Does that not cycle trade? This bottom bar makes sense on stocks that are just moving up today. A lot of these stocks are so recommended stocks. But the average on the bottom brings to light what's really happening. And you know the cool thing about this too? For anybody who's brand new to the software, I'm finna do something for you right now. Watch this. And this is for, I'm going to do something. I'm going to on the fly. I'm going to call this on the fly. This is off script. I'm going to take the first 10 stocks that you put out there. Type them in the room. I'm going to type the first 10 stocks you put in. I want Facebook to chime in too. I want to show you the power of the VectorVest system, especially if you come on brand new to the VectorVest software. I'm going to show you how we're going to start making you money right away. All right, I'm looking for the first 10 stocks you guys type in the room. OMG, nobody's typed. There you go. Apple, AAPL, comma. I'm looking at Facebook too. NVIDIA, NVDA, comma. PTN, comma. Facebook's got AMAT, excellent. PANW, comma. I'm looking for Facebook. You guys are slow today. PBR, comma. How many stocks? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Crocs, 7, comma. Costco, 8. Looking for Facebook. Weber, WBE. Where's Weber? Oops. Weber, WEBR, 8. Met. Thank you, Todd. And one more. NVIDIA's already up there, Eric. NVIDIA's already up there. I'm looking for Facebook for one more. I'm looking to Facebook. I'm giving you a chance. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Facebook. Lulu. Thank you. And that's Glenn with 2 N's. I like that, Glenn. LULU. All right. Now, let's say that you're brand new to the VectorVest system, or you want to think about getting into the VectorVest system. All right. This is what's going to be the moment that pushes you over the fence to either subscribe to the channel or take the 99-cent trial. I did this on the fly. These are the stocks that you gave me. The first thing is these stocks are sorted by our master indicator VST. So the stocks that have the best combination of value, safety, and timing will migrate to the top of the list. Now, the people who gave me Paladin and Weber, look at where they sit in the list. Even though you may like the stocks, these are stocks that could be hurting your portfolio. Boom. That's one thing. 2, you can see which stocks are sell recommendations. 3, RT is an indicator that tells me if the stock is in an uptrend or not. RT below 1 tells me the stock's not in an uptrend. Oh, look at Met, look at Weber. These are not in uptrends. If you own these stocks, they could be hurting your portfolio. All right, let's take this a step further. Let's look at the average. Overall, these stocks are good stocks as a whole. Why? Because the relative value as a whole is above 1. Relative safety above 1. Relative timing above 1. VST, CI, all above 1. So overall, if this is a basket of your stocks, overall you're doing good. But you now can dissect all the way down to see which stocks are starting to hurt your portfolio and get rid of those and replace them with better stocks. But Cycle, I love your observation today. We don't always talk about this as well. We look at this, and I love the idea of I can look at a basket of stocks and make a decision as well. How cool is that? How is RS scaled? Relative safety is looking at the stock's consistency and predictability of company financial performance. All right, hold on, Cycle. If you're not a subscriber to the software and you need more information on how these all work, right-click on the stock, go down to View a Full Stock Analysis Report, and guess what, Cycle? You want to know what relative safety is? Relative safety is an indicator of risk. It is computed from the analysis of the consistency and predictability of a company's financial performance, debt-to-equity ratio, sales volume, business longevity, price volatility, and other factors. Boom. There you go. Now, folks, if you want to get that same analysis that I just gave you on any stock that you want, go to www.vectorvest.com/free. You'll get a free stock analysis that I just gave you on the fly right there. For those of you who haven't subscribed to the channel yet, hit that subscribe button. This is the kind of information that we give on every midday. If you haven't hit the like button, hit the like button. Whatever it is, folks, this is all about practical application. Midday Mondays is all about practical application. All right, with that, I'm done. Woo-wee. I'm done. I'm right within that hour time frame. I love that we can get together and we can talk about what's going on in the market, that I can give you some insight by way of the VectorVest software of what's going on in the market, having the insight that no one else is giving you to keep you focused instead of getting caught up in the hype and the buzz, folks. That's what we're here about. That's what we're all about here. All right, one last thing. Again, I'm going to push it out there. You're very welcome, Cycle. One last thing. If you haven't hit the subscribe button yet, folks, do that for me, please, especially if you like what you saw. If you haven't hit the like button yet, folks, please do so, especially if you like what you saw. My job is to do the work. You are going to reap the rewards. All right? Don't forget Patrick's trade for charity tomorrow. All right? Tomorrow and Wednesday at 11:30. All right, here on our YouTube channel. Patrick's got the 6 o'clock video tonight. Make sure you check it out. Make sure you check out all of our videos that we put out on the YouTube channel, folks. All right, Todd says, peace out, fool. I love you too, Todd. All right, please support the channel. We're not fanatical about anything. And we're not going to be like, oh, man, go buy this. And we want to give you education. That's what separates us from everybody else. Is we want to give you education, but help you to make the right decisions that are based for you. All right, so thank you for being here today. Patrick's going to be on tomorrow and Wednesday. We will both be on our YouTube live streams on Thursday. Don't miss all of the videos that we put out every day at 6 o'clock as well. So, I was on the wrong one. Thank you for that, Clay. I was on the wrong one. I got so many. This is why I got people in the background helping me out. All right, folks. Tampa, make sure you sign up for Tampa. Live seats are going to be going out quick. It's going to be almost all gone. All right, they're going to almost be gone. So make sure you go to www.vectorvest.com/Tampa to go live. If you want to take advantage of the live stream, you go to www.vectorvest.com/stream. All right, we've got Cyber Monday special on prices for the both of them. So take advantage of that. I'm about done. We got 137 likes today, Todd. That's awesome. You guys were on point. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for hitting the like button. And thank you for sharing the video. With all of that, adios, arrivederci, ciao, au revoir, sayonara, aloha, bom dia, salam, shalom, namaste, yasu. Until the next time, folks, see ya.